All right, so here we are. Hopefully this is transmitting. If not, this would be a nice test to see what went wrong and figure it out. All right, so let's start out with our gold. Because if this is good and I could do it, when I'm here in the mornings, this would probably work out better right before the market opens. So we got let's see. We got that. Yeah, okay. So gold has been in the holding pattern, not going higher but not going lower, and just kind of sideways right here. Just got into a new contract. So it's in a range right now, 1936 all the way to 2014, but still positive. All green, trending, nothing's negative here. I mean, it's losing Momo on the daily, but other than that, it's still good. Silver, uh, trending, looking good. Looks like it may want to go and test 2477 up there. It's not that far from it. And everything looks good. Nice little pop. 4 hour looks great. Not the 4 hour, yeah. Daily on the copper's looking good. Back to 408, 407, so that's good. The high is what 414, so that's good. Not as strong as gold and silver, but in there, hanging in there. At least is at what 408, which is good. Um, may want to test 335. Palladium, just kind of sideways. It's stuck in a range between 1532 and 1333. And there is a squeeze play, and it looks like the pressure is to the upside, as you can see right here on the 4 hour. Also, this was in a squeeze play right here. So it's looking good. Copper also in a squeeze play on the 4 hour and on the daily. It looks like the pressure is to the upside. So far, this is all looking good. No squeeze plays on gold and silver. Going to the energy sector, you can see that crude oil is the PPS buy signal above the mobile band. There's some resistance up here at 74.94. But everything so far is looking good. Just kind of chopping around here on the 4 hour. But it's making higher highs and higher lows. And so far in the daily, it's still looking good. So far. RBOB, I remember watching this breakout and then it failed, and now it's found support at 237. Now it's hovering around 261 and change. Still positive. Well, the 4 hour was a little negative, but the daily is still looking good. But it's in a range now between, you can say 237 all the way to 281. Natural gas, we all know this is the worst one of the bunch. The one very oversold. We'll keep an eye on this one. A lot of things lining up. Today is an important day. Is one of Gann's dates, the 30th, and also April for the 3rd, seasonality wise. So we want to see if seasonality is gonna kick this off. The good thing is that the other energy sectors are positive, so that it will not be good if we were about to start this and everybody's tanking. I don't know that's going to help out, but so far things are looking good with crude and RBOB and natural gas. You can see that it's still looks like it wants a turn, but not yet. But you can see there's some signals going on here, some signs of maybe a potential reversal. But that remains to be seen. We're dealing with probabilities here. We don't know what's going to happen, but we're kind of guessing and using statistics and technicals and analysis and everything, fundamentals, just throwing everything at it to see what's going to stick. Heating oil, not looking too good. You can see that it's making lower lows and lower highs. So this is a downward pattern. Kind of reminds me of natural gas. in a weird way. You can see that we were in a squeeze play, and then it triggered short, and the pressure's to the downside. You can see it on the 4 hour. I think I'm missing one here on the metals. I think it's palladium, not palladium, platinum. Platinum in a sideways, consolidating pattern from 1012 all the way to 953. Just kind of going sideways. And there is a squeeze play, but the squeeze play is like it's losing momentum as of March the 23rd. But there is a squeeze play on the 4 hour. It looks like it wants to go up. So it's kind of mixed. As long as we could break above 1012, that'd be great. And the good old dollar, as you can see, it's weak. Look at all the currency pairs. They're all in green. So the dollar remains still weak. Still weak. In the mobile band, trending. These are Heikanashis. Yeah, they're Heikanashi candles. Yep. There is some support here at 101.91. And it looks like, where are we right now? 102.17. So let's see if it's going to I retested it here. You may want to retest here it again. If that can hold, 101.53. And then this last pivot swing low here, 183. But so far, no signs of bullishness here. You can see that this is when you see there's a sign of bullishness, when the Heikanashii candles turn positive, the mobile band turns green, the trend is white, and that's when you see that things are really, but now things are negative. Let's look at I don't want to make this video too long. Natural gas, some levels for today. If you saw my video last, remember I was saying about 206. As long as we stay above 206, well, you see these things shift. And it's the next day, then it becomes another level. So this is the midpoint. And the midpoint is 216. So now we need to stay above 216. You can see that on the day range, we're negative because right now we're below it. There's support at 210, support at 207 and 204. But to remain positive and bullish, now we need to, it's like going up steps. Now this is the midpoint, and the midpoint is always important. We need to stay above 216. See how it kind of like hovers above it, and then it goes below it. The bears come and pounce on us. We need to get some strength and now hover above that and have this as support. And then once we could hold that 216, there's a old low there, 212, and we're battling that out right here. That's why you see this choppy right here, because this is an old low, which is this low right here from I guess Tuesday. This is a week from last week. That's the low we made. So now this is a key level to watch. In 205. So as long as we go hold 212 and get above 216, we're in the ballpark, ranging, kind of going sideways and consolidating, grinding higher. And you can see that there's a pivot up here, very close to this pivot here. Once we could get using the square of 9, you got the 225, 218, and I think it's the 211. Gann's one of Gann's square of 9, his tool that he used when he was trading. It also helps with levels. If you could just remember those numbers, 225, 218, and 211. Those are key supports using the square of 9. If we could get to close above that, that's our first target, 227, right up here. And then if we could stay above 227 on the weekly, then that's good. We're like, going up the stairs, in a traditional sense. And then obviously 237, if we could get above 237 and hold that level, then things are going to be shifting. I can see just by doing a little peek, the next level will be 253. That'll be the monthly 50%, which is the midpoint. Yep. And then we're battling out right here. If you can see that, that's the VWAP on the weekly. So we were above it, and then we came below it, and now we're kind of chopping around there, 213. So that's important right there. I'll go open that up. See, that's that VWAP on the weekly, and this is the VWAP on the monthly. And we got ways to go before we get there. That's at 249. That's just showing us that we still, bearish. Once we could get up there, that's good. And I guess if anything, realistic target, if we were to test anything, it'll probably be this swing high of March. What is that? The 3rd? 302. Yep, 302 high. That'd be conservative. We could get up there, into April. And then if it continues going higher, hey, I'll be happy. But realistically, I can't see it going to $10 and stuff like that unless something crazy happens in the world. And we're already in it, so we'll see. Let me see what else I have. Volume really hasn't changed. Well, let's see. Let's open this up here a little bit. So yesterday's volume was pretty good. The Bulls took it. The Bears, but it was, it was light all these days. The 24th, 25th, 27th, 28th, and the 29th. Got a nice volume. Let's see how today goes. Today's the 30th. This is the Valley area low. It's just chopping around here. There's some resistance here at 232. So where we get up there, it's going to probably maybe stall a little bit. We need to get a lot of buyers to break right through there. Once you break anywhere between 330 to 333, then you're going to hit the point of control, which is 255. So right now, this is kind of like a fail new low as of now. Kind of oscillating here. I'm going to see if I could maybe do a video maybe later today or tonight showing you the statistics on this week's. I forgot to put that on my last video. And I'm trying to peek into April to see what clues I could get. I know there's a week that is very bullish, and I'm really excited when that week comes up because if price pattern is going to play, price action is going to play to that pattern. I think it's going to look very promising. So I want to see how we're going to close and how things are lining up into April. So those are the levels you want to keep an eye on. I think that's it. I gave you mostly the important stuff. For support, if it's going to go down, your support will be 210, 207, 204. This is the closest ones I can see. 205. But these are the closer ones, so these are the ones you want to keep an eye on. And if we could get above 216, we could maybe test 222 again. As long as we could close above 222, 225, which is this pivot high here, we have a fighting chance to get to 227. Well, I'm going to sign out. I'm going to see how this thing looks and runs and all that, and then I could decide, if I could probably do this in the future, because I will have to record the video, edit it, whatever, and then upload it, and it's time consuming. I guess if I could do it live, it's just right there. So let me know if this worked out and this was helpful. And when I have time, because, I can't do it all the time in the morning, but when I do have free time, I think it's a good thing for me to do. It saves me time. So, yep, we're about to start. So rock and roll, man. Put your stops. And one thing is, is this the low, the bottom, the low? It could potentially pop, and then go down and make even new lows. I'm not saying this is the low. All I'm saying is that I'm trying to play the swing play to the upside. And using all this, the data that I've gathered, April looks promising. Is it guaranteed? No, we're using probabilities. We don't know. We're just using probabilities, using the patterns that has happened in the past, and see maybe if they repeat again. And that's one of Gann's techniques. He believed that, everything is a pattern, everything is a cycle, everything is about repeating. He said the Bible says there's nothing new under the sun. Everything just kind of repeats. So the most important thing is put your stops. You don't want to, we're dealing with the widowmaker. She sends everybody to the grave. You don't want to be one of them going underground. Put your stops. You can always get back in. Wait for the next pattern. Just you want to, conserve your money. You want to conserve and fight again in this battle where all the sharks are trying to get all our money. Good luck today. Success to you. Peace, love, all that good stuff. And I'll keep you posted again on the markets.